Some thoughts on life, nature, philosophy, yoga, religion, atheism, Buddhism, non-duality, art, music, and wellness. Mostly positive looks at things that will hopefully give you a moment to pause and a moment to take a breath. As I was looking at this, I was thinking, this is probably, I'm not super into necessarily New Year's resolutions, but I think the new year can be a time just to kind of look back and look forward and say, hey, what I like to get done this year that maybe I didn't get done that last year, or how would I like to be this year that I wasn't last year, things like that. And this one I think is a good one. This is something that we've all heard before, but perhaps now more than ever, it's an interesting thing to think about. So I want to give credit to where I heard this recently. There's a podcast called Mind Rolling with Raghu Marcus, and he is someone that it's one of my favorite podcasts, and he interviews real interesting people. And he spent a lot of time with Ram Dass. So this is a Ram Dass quote, and so I'm repeating, the story that he told. I think he was there, but when it was said, probably. So it's third or fourth hand maybe. But anyway, during a Q&A, someone basically asked Ram Dass. They were like, there's so much suffering in the world, and there's so many things going on. And you got to remember, who knows when this was? This might have been in the 70s or the 80s or the 90s. And of course, here we are, this time. And the question is the same. There's so much suffering in the world. This person said, I can't handle it. I don't know what to do. And Ram Dass said, turn off your TV. Identify with your spirit and soul, and don't involve yourself with other people's karma. We are all one spirit. It's the separation that leads to fear and war. So the essence of that for me, and what I wanted to sort of get across today, was this idea of turning off your TV. And of course, that can mean a lot of things. It can mean in this, and where we are right now in time, that could mean turn off your social media. It could mean turn off YouTube. It could mean a lot of things, depending on wherever you direct a lot of your attention. When I think about sort of the conventional, I guess, media and news sources that feed us a lot of information, I feel like the people that I talk to that are the most afraid and have the most anxiety are the people that spend a lot of time consuming news and information. And we all know that, their job is to make as much money as they can for their company. And one of the ways that they do that is to keep people engaged. And one of the ways to keep people engaged is to say things and that are scary and make people fearful, because it's sort of like, well, there's all this fear out here, and we'll keep you updated on it. So stay tuned. It's that kind of thing. So I think we all have to make this decision for ourselves, and it's not for me to say you should or shouldn't be watching the news, or should or shouldn't be watching, consuming a lot of social media or whatever. But I think it's an interesting thing to think about. And it's something that I've been thinking about for many years and have been acting upon for many years. And that is to just be super conscious of what we consume, where your brain is and your eyeballs are, what you listen to. We don't always have a choice, but we do have a lot of choice. We have a lot of choice when it comes to television and movies and social media and videos and all these things. We have lots of choice in those areas. And it stands to reason that if we fill ourselves up with positive things that make us happy, that's going to have a certain kind of effect on us. And if we fill ourselves with negative things that give us anxiety, that's going to have a certain kind of effect on us. So that's the main message for today, is this re-quote from Ram Dass where he says, turn off your TV, identify with your spirit and soul, and don't involve yourself with other people's karma. We are one spirit. It's the separation that leads to fear and war.